Today is a blessed day, a special day in the history of our local church here as we embark on, as we've been preparing for this first major project for our local church. When the work is done, when the work is done. When we first got here, for those who may be here for the first time, when we first got here, this was a CrossFit gym. And I remember walking through those front doors with a few people with us. We began to talk about what the Lord would do here in this CrossFit gym. We began to paint walls and build a stage, and people would come and gather to help do what God would have us to do here. And shortly after we started worship, we then were blessed to be able to lease the space behind us and begin to get some space for our children to have a dedicated opportunity for worship and activities. And then shortly thereafter, the Lord would allow that we would build the 3 classrooms next to us, small classrooms, but we use them for a student ministry and small group gathering. The Lord has his hand on this church. We've already seen what God has done in the past, and today as we talk about what God will do, I want to talk about what it looks like when the work is done. Because whenever you're going to build something to God's glory, God will send some folk to come alongside to help support the project. And no matter what you're building in your life, that there will be moments of discouragement, there will be internal conflict, but when you build in such a way that brings God glory, at the end of that thing, you will still find that even some of the folk you had issues with, even though you had pressure and discouragement, that people can still come together as one man. When the work is done, what we want to see as a church is people standing together in unity. It's because we know that the building itself is not the ultimate goal. The building itself is not the ultimate goal. Ezra say, listen, this building has created an energy. So there's so many people here. I need some folk on my right. I need some folk on my left. But not only that, because there's so many, I need to send some people out to the crowd, because for some of them, this might be the first time they really got to understand this word. So when I give the word, I need people to be in position to help explain what I'm talking about. We're going to use this as an opportunity to give God the glory, so much so that in this text, it's a beautiful picture to remind us that when the work is done, it's not just about one person. It's not just about, listen, Nehemiah helped build a building, but he said, go get Ezra. Ezra said, yeah, I'm going to stand here, but I need about 12 other folk to stand with me. The 12 folks say, well, we got to send somebody else to help explain. There were thousands of people who had come together for the purpose of building and praising God, so much so that as we build here at this church, remember this, it's not about one person. The beautiful thing that happens when we build is that we don't praise the building. We thank God for the process. We thank God for the opportunity to work through some things in that process, and that all of us, no matter where you've come from, when you connect to the local church, we build together.